I am going to short the whole country of South Africa. I assure you, this isn't going to get political. Because by all accounts South Africa is screwed. My planned position is bottom paragraph. Under the current ANC government there has been a general degeneration of all aspects of South Africa. Due to systemic nepotism, there are math teachers that don't know what square roots are, army officers that can't read, and cops that have never fired a gun. The practice of fictitious employees that take checks but don't work there is widespread enough that the government has drove itself into insolvency already. Estimates are that some 80% of government funds are misused in some way, ranging from government subsidies given to businesses owned by government officials to simply going missing from accounts. The ANC solved this, against advice of wiser people, with quantitative easing. Which is a fancy term for printing money, and since they could never possibly reverse that printer they're inflating the South African rand, which is why they've had 2 bouts of inflation near 9%, twice in the past 20 years. That is all besides how the largely defunct government doesn't prevent anything on the ground. Roaming bands of pirates, many affiliates of the Marxist Economic Freedom Fighter Party, will poison guard dogs and torture and murder residents often for as little as car keys and groceries. Many communities are functionally independent and take the law in their own hands, and in many areas utilities are defunct, untreated sewage goes in the river, untreated tap water comes out and it smells as disgusting as it sounds. South Africans are more likely to have their asylum applications accepted than any other nation as there are so many tales of rape and murder and threats of ethnic cleansing. This equates to the most educated citizens leaving SA and most SA-based businesses diversifying out of the country as literacy rates have been falling. These disillusioned departures are not new, as they include the most famous Afrikaner in history, Elon Musk, who is now a naturalized American. Edit. The Economic Freedom Fighters' usual acronym isn't used because it's also the ticker for a penny stock. I first thought about shorting South Africa over a year ago when I was researching the country. I'm a historian. I read much on the country for fun. I found the only index tracking SA wasn't an accurate representation of SA economy, and buying puts on it was useless. It tracked only the largest cap firms, which are the aforementioned companies diversifying out of SA, mostly to other parts of Africa. Which is why it's a volatile ETF that overall trades sideways. Buying puts on it wouldn't really capitalize on SA going full Rhodesia/Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe having experienced the general breakup of modern institutions and hyperinflation due to similar problems. My new broker, IBKR, allows negative currency positions as long you post 10% as collateral. Now my native currency are US dollars, where inflation in 2020 was 1.4%, while it was 4.12% in 2020. That equals a 26.8% return on investment per year from that simple short position. But I'm expecting US dollar inflation to stay between 1 to 2% a year, while the rand, ticker ZAR, stays north of 4%, with inflation spikes inevitable over the next decade. This position also reduces my market beta, much needed for me as I've got hugely leveraged positions on American ETFs. This isn't a short-term swing trade, I'm waiting for SA to implode. Web link. Oh God. WSB has discovered Forex trading. We truly are living in the darkest timeline. The only way to lose money faster than over-leveraged SPY puts and ornamental gourd futures. 2000 to 1 Forex leverage. Oh, gourd. I thought GME/AMC would wipe this sub out. Forex will wipe this sub out. I think this is slightly different. He is taking a negative position, which isn't something most Forex traders can do. But while we are at it, Turkey equals F. I agree his position is different. My point remains, Forex trading is not something this sub should get into. Leverage on margin and tax-free, what's not to like? Balls deep. Agreed. The margins are slim and the only way to make money is to be leveraged to your eyeballs. Also, the Forex market moves a lot faster than the stock market with much bigger quantities. Because most of the transactions aren't interested in the fundamentals, they want a certain currency because they have to make a payment in that currency. Keep me updated on your progress. I dabble in all kinds of trading, but I do not touch Forex, that thing scares me. Forex and commodities are games for banks and billionaires only. Get ready for tons of Forex pros selling their courses to become a millionaire within a week by trading Forex. I was just like you. Now I make millions every month. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme, so if that's what you're here for, then you might as well go now. In this course, I'm going to teach you all of the skills and secrets that I've learned along the way, and within 30 days you'll make for first $30,000. For just $5,000 you can join this course and change your life. If you want to join our Masterclass VIP, which will give you direct access to me and my financial advisors, you can get in for only $15,000. I know it seems like a lot now, but you'll be making $30,000 in your first month, and I can guarantee it'll change your life. But remember, this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. You're going to have to put real work into this. You can also make passive income by getting others to join the course. You'll get 10% profits of whatever they purchase. And if they get others to join, then you'll get 5% off of every new person that joins. Passive income and life-changing money. What are you waiting for? Join me now. I love how that slowly devolved into a pyramid scheme. A whole month? Might as well just get a 401k. YOLO weeklies. DM for a code so we can both get 500 quid free. Anyone else reading this, don't effing DM me, I don't have any effing code. Can interest you in a bag of fresh rubles, my fellow ape? Bro, I never thought this retarded sub could go more retarded. Forex is so effing risky. You need to leverage yourself to extreme positions to make bank. Thousands of retards will go bankrupt. I for one can't wait for the follow-up. I am financially ruined. South African future short. Good gourd. Who could have seen this going south? In 4 I shorted ornamental South African gourd futures. I have risked my children's college fund and almost lost it all. What should I do? Where can I buy a good book on portfolio risk management for millennials? The British boatload of colonizers arrived earlier than expected. Dude, you're going to pay interest rate on the short that already bakes in the market expectation that the SA currency is crap. You can't just take an obvious bet and make free money. Everyone knows the rand will depreciate. Things have to get worse than the market already expects for you to win. TLDR, South Africa can stay retarded longer than User the Crazed Crusader can stay solvent lol. Reddit link. Someone else brought that up, and looking for flaws is half the reason I shared this. It may ruin the whole thing, but I may find a workaround. If you had entered this trade roughly a year ago, you would have had to endure an approximately 25% paper loss between now and then, without leverage. If you were leveraged, it likely would have blown your account up. While your thesis might be correct, proper risk management must be used. Currency trading isn't for the faint of heart. The swap fees alone would blow up an account. With brokers offering 1 to 100 leverage. A standard lot will only need $1,000 margin upfront, and the swap is -20 a day. In a year, that's $7K in swaps. How you figure? Their inflation was over 4% last year. You also pay 6% APR for your margin loan at IBKR. Web link. Not doing this on margin, got it. Dude, you can't short SAR without using margin. You'd be loaning SAR to buy USD, and you profit when you buy back the SAR with USD. As with any short trade, there is interest on the thing you take and sell without owning it. This may just ruin the whole thing because timing the plunge is difficult. Let me explore some more. This comment is top tier WSB. I was scared for this dude until now that I know he knows less than me, and I've learned early to stay out of Forex. I'm getting box spread vibes from this and I love it. Literally cannot go tits up. I posted here in order to find flaws. I doubt IBKR will let me do Forex options because they won't let me do futures. I may just have to watch and wait for the next crisis to come. Forex options would also ruin your attempted TOM/next interest arbitrage since they don't pay interest. There are hedge strategies in Forex, same as there are in options, that limit both up and downside while still allowing you to profit. There are synthetic positions. I'm not going to spell it all out and encourage you down paths you weren't already headed, just keep digging if you're serious. Make sure you know interest rates well. It's almost like this entire thing is a tad more difficult than country A is worse than country B, let's short their currency. If that were the case, I'd short about all but 4 currencies. It's almost as if they let literally anyone, with absolutely any level of experience, write what they want on WSB. Honestly speaking, there are plenty of warning signs on this subreddit. Any subreddit that proudly calls losing 80 grand a fellow retard ape is not a place to get solid financial advice from. Buying yachts or welfare is not the financial flip of the coin to take lightly. It's entertaining, it's fun, maybe you get rich quick off one particular scheme, but you need to dodge the pitfalls of 100 schemes that don't work, aren't grounded in reality, haven't been researched properly, etc. And in a way that's with any get-rich-quick scheme, some do get rich, others effing lose it all. It can't possibly go tits up. Anyone who reads this post by some anonymous idiot and starts dumping all their money into the next fad investment has only themselves to blame. It's the ditto with any other post on this subreddit. Made a killing off GME? Good on you. Lost thousands on GME? Ape. Diamond. Hands. Ape. It's almost like there is no such thing as a sure thing, and if there is, institutes have already beat you there. ZAR is trading better against USD than it was last year and the year before. It's actually doing kind of good now for some reason. Probably won't last though. USD gets weaker against M currencies when there is good growth stories, i.e. vaccine news. Check the chart for US dollar to South African rand pair for the past 5 years. Significant volatility. Price was about 15 ZAR per used in February 1, 2020, then hit a high of about 18.80 ZAR per used in April 2020, back to 14.50 now. You shouldn't be tracking at their inflation if you're planning on shorting their currency. You should be tracking at their currency index. The US dollar has the dollar index, DXY, which tracks the price of the US dollar against a basket of the world's currencies. The SA Rand probably has a similar index. WSB bankrupts South Africa. There was that time in Black Thursday where a hedge fund had such a massive short position on New Zealand's currency they forced the price down and, allegedly, the Prime Minister called up US exchanges telling them in crude terms to bug off. That would be this story here, and a very authentic sounding quote which, from the dates involved, was likely one Roger Douglas, father of Rogonomics. This realization led to a phone call, which legend has it, featured the finance minister yelling at Krieger's bosses to get the F off our currency, you little F, Although it must be said, the minister denies this ever happening. Web link. New Zealand. We are a British colony, not a Dutch colony. Thanks. I'm pretty sure it was named after the Dutch Zealand and later adjusted to Zealand to be more Anglo-sounding. It was the Dutch bloke that picked the name, wasn't it? It's in the New Zealand story. You can view it on C64. What about an N64 with RandNet? If you're thinking of Abel Tasman, you're close, but it wasn't him. According to Wikipedia, he named it Staten Land because he thought it was connected to South America. Dutch cartographers named it Nova Zealandia when it was discovered later that there was nothing that was connected to South America. Gekoloni seared. Long may she rain. Rein, a long, narrow strap attached at one end to a horse's bit, typically used in pairs to guide or check a horse while riding or driving. I can't find any source for that, but in the 1984 currency crisis the central bank shut the forex markets because of speculation around the NZD being devalued. The hedge fund after being told to F off, this is literally 1984. What a wanker, tell M to lick my Pope. WSB users insist that heavily shorting countries is essential to maintaining a healthy market. I just hate the country. We hate the country. WSB very late to the South Africa bankrupt party. Is this going to be like the Always Sunny format? The gang causes a recession. The South Africa short. Maybe you will be called to testify in South Africa next when this post destroys their economy. LOL. Today on the Wall Street Journal and CNBC. The Reddit horde aims to destroy an entire country. Who are we kidding? They'll expand it to say we're trying to take down the continent of Africa. We all know they don't read all of what's posted and just keyword their way to a headline. This entire post and thread is exactly why they need to not shut the market down for a 3-day weekend. Gives us too much time to find some juicy DDs. Juicy DDs is also the name of Yo Mom's sex tape. WSB has an Africa problem. Only a minor leap from there to call us all white supremacists, push that agenda hard enough, conflate our ape meme with this and bam, Reddit cleans house. They going to call you racist imperialist who want to destroy a nation. Good luck. British is the word, it would be brief and simple and historically accurate. Today on the Wall Street Journal and CNBC. The Reddit horde aims to destroy an entire country. I'm going to tidy that up for you and say, the gang destroys a country. CNN, Reddit white supremacists target African nation. Sounds like the country's government deserves it honestly. Not clickbaity enough, Reddit trolls trying to destroy African country, racism a motivating factor. The WSB mob on Reddit strikes yet again. This time with their sights set not on a company, but on an entire country. The members of the Reddit page, presumed to be predominantly white nationalists, have now turned their attention to the nation of South Africa in an apparent racially motivated attack. Your article didn't include race, which is kind of unrealistic in 2021. Lol. They don't need any help destroying their economy. They're doing a fantastic job on their own. Just on the phone to my broker, the guy from South Park. So you're saying all in? Paul Singer joined the conversation, eyes. South African here, yes you are correct. Our government has that covered. How's it like seeing international oaks wanting to short this economy? Well, could you maybe explain to me what shorting an economy actually means? I'm embarrassed to say, but I actually only came upon this post by accident. It basically means that people are planning on profiting from your currency value plummeting because of government mismanagement. I see. Well, at least someone will benefit from our government? Hey now, our government benefits from our government all the time. Look how many new cars they got for themselves with the COVID relief fund. Of course. How could I be so blind as to not see that they're truly fighting the important fight? BTW, enjoy your mango. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.